of national security or public policy. And that was your Constitutional Minute. Bahamians everywhere.
This is the ZNS Network, providing radio and high-definition television services for the entire Bahamas. ZNS Network is operated by the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas. It is located at Harcourt Rusty Bethel Drive, Centerville, Nassau. Our programming is designed to inform, educate, and entertain. We invite you to join us.
The following is a preamble of the Constitution of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
Whereas 481 years ago, the rediscovery of this family of islands, rocks and keys, heralded the rebirth of the New World. And whereas the people of this family of islands, recognizing that the preservation of their freedom will be guaranteed by a national commitment to self-discipline, industry, loyalty, unity, and an abiding respect for Christian values and the rule of law. Now, know we therefore, we the inheritors of and successors to this family of islands, recognizing the supremacy of God and believing in the fundamental rights and freedoms of the individual, do hereby proclaim in solemn praise the establishment of a free and democratic sovereign nation, founded on spiritual values, and in which no man, woman, or child shall ever be slave or bondsman to anyone, or their labor exploited, or their lives frustrated by deprivation, and do hereby provide by these articles for the indivisible unity and creation under God of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
I want you on the picture your parents, them over there watching you.
You want gangbang?
It's back.
You're here because your parents decided to put you in here.
The groundbreaking reality series returns.
You never shown me before? You raise your hand at me?
Do you know it's still time to get it together?
With never before seen footage.
Come punch me then. Send you to punch him, mommy. You punch me?
This ain't no playground.
You're gonna know before you leave today. If you leave, if they find some space, I can teach you all how to disrespect.
It's a whole new season.
Don't come here with your movie face, because I ain't buying it.
Watch their transformation.
It bears to be a winner. It bears to be a winner.
Being white, you are a unit. You moving as one.
So why you doing what you do? The Ministry of National Security and the ZNS Network presents Shark Treatment. A whole new season coming soon.
It's Friday, June 24th, 2022, and the morning edition is live. On today's show, we're talking live in studio with a trailblazer in gospel music. Find out why more to alternative education. And Dame Margaret Pindling celebrating a major milestone. So let's start the morning off right.
edition is brought to you by We Buy, You Sell Company, your leading hurricane impact windows, doors, and tile specialist.
Well, Friday is a day to finish your goals for the week. Don't count the days, make the days count. And I don't even believe in that because I've been counting down from Monday because I couldn't wait till Friday. It's a busy weekend. I'm ready to just relax this weekend. The B3's Nationals is on this weekend. And also over there in Miami, this Heritage Festival where they will be celebrating Jazzism. So it's a big weekend for sports. You have your pick of anything you want to do this weekend. But, you know, it's Friday. The show is in Starfield. The daughter's on vacation, but we're going to have a great show no matter what. So let's take it out to the streets where our Krista Darling is standing by with our Friday morning traffic to let us know just how the weekend is going to be.
Good morning, Fisher, and good morning, Bahamas. We're here on Wolf Road, where we can see that traffic is shaping up for another busy Friday morning. Police reporting a total of 3 accidents overnight, no injuries, and 13 people are currently hospitalized as a result of previous accidents. Now, police also are reminding the motoring public to be vigilant as they drive today, wear their seatbelts, stay away from distractions, and be careful. Back to you in the studio, Fisher.
Thanks a lot, Chris. You're looking pretty good on the outside. 75 degrees, that's what we were waking up to. Partly sunny, humidity 83%. Now, weak ridging across the area will maintain a typical summer pattern and gentle breeze across the Bahamas today. Meanwhile, a late seasonal frontal boundary across Florida will begin to sink southwards, promoting a more active weather pattern over portions of the northern islands by tonight. And as you can see from our tower cam, a beautiful shot of the Atlantis Resort. The water is calm. Good day to go out boating. I wonder if I could take the day off early and go out there. Well, for all areas, partly sunny to sunny, hot and humid, with isolated showers and thunderstorms today, becoming mostly fair and warm with a few showers and thunderstorms across the extreme northwest Bahamas tonight. Your daytime high temperature reaching 88 degrees Fahrenheit, overnight low of 73. As we look ahead to Saturday and Sunday, like I said, the B3's Nationals will get underway this morning over there at the Thomas E. Robinson Track and Field Stadium, and they will continue on Saturday, partly sunny and delightful on Saturday, very cloudy, very warm and humid, with some scattered showers expected over the day. And then on Sunday, where they'll have the Relay Carnival, mostly cloudy with showers. That is expected to be very, very, not a good day to go outside, but hopefully that will get out of here by Sunday.
Awesomely, this is a beautiful experience. I can't lie. This is my first time doing this sort of charity work, and I mean, it feels good to help out, you know. There's a can drive coming up, and other initiatives are part of the Giving a Helping Hand campaign, and I encourage anyone that's willing to lend their support in any way, shape, or form to come through and give up your time.
When a hurricane watch or warning has been issued, it is extremely important to be prepared and know just what to do. Stay informed about the storm's path by listening to the radio or television for hurricane progress reports. Check emergency food and household supplies. Be sure you have extra batteries for flashlights and radios. Bring in outdoor items like lawn furniture and garden tools. Anchor objects that cannot be brought inside. Secure buildings by closing and boarding up windows. Remove outside antennas and satellite dishes. Turn refrigerators and freezers to the coldest settings, opening only when absolutely necessary and closing quickly. Purchase ice and store it in an ice chest. Keep drinking water in clean jugs and bottles. Clean your bathtub with bleach and fill it with water for washing and flushing, not for drinking, making sure to keep the bathroom door closed so that small children cannot access the filled tub. Do not go out to videotape or take photos of the storm. Take pictures from inside where it is safe and dry. There is no harm in being overly cautious where a hurricane is concerned. It is truly better to be safe than sorry. This public service announcement has been brought to you by the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas in conjunction with the National Emergency Management Agency.
were busy overnight looking into a homicide in the area of Pine Yard Road. When officers arrived on the scene, they met a male who was unresponsive. Investigations into that matter are ongoing.
Our investigations thus far indicate that the victim had just arrived home. When he was approaching his door, 3 suspects armed with firearms approached him and discharged their weapons at him. On arrival of our officers, they found a male lying on the verge of the street, suffering from gunshot wounds.
The 2022-2023 budget passed Thursday afternoon in the upper chamber. Senators spent much of the day analyzing the various heads contained in the document. The National Financial Plan aims to rescue the domestic economy and bring relief to Bahamians and residents facing rising inflation. The new fiscal year begins on July 1st, 2022. Thousands of report cards were set to be collected Thursday, but as a result of technical issues, Director of Education Marcellus Taylor says collection for public school students from grades 1 to 11 have been delayed for 2 weeks.
There will be 1 or 2 hiccups along the way, but at the end of the day, we are resolved and committed to advancing what we do in education to digitize these things, and at the end of the day, even some of these same report cards will be able to be emailed to parents, and so that will be some benefits that we didn't have before. Also, once people begin to use the LMS more, put the grades in on time and so forth, all of these processes will become smoother, easier for the teachers, and easier for parents, because parents will have access and they can see grades as the term moves along, so that everyone will be aware of what's going on. Everyone can support the children as they need to.
Local fintech service provider Infonox celebrating 5 years in the country. As part of activities marking that occasion, Managing Director Robert Berkeley presented to the government of the Bahamas with a $50,000 investment towards educating young people on the fast-growing industry. Acting Prime Minister the Honorable Chester Cooper received the gift on behalf of the Bahamas.
It's attracting the digital asset business to our country. That's going exceptionally well. Our Prime Minister has led the way in this innovation. So in addition to our natural attributes of political, legislative, and regulatory stability, we now add innovation to our list of attributes that keep us on the cutting edge. We will continue to press forward in this space, and it will continue to be an important sector for our country.
Thursday was a red-letter day for the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas, as it marked the culmination of 6 months of negotiations between ZNS and Flow TV to have ZNS broadcast on the Flow TV network in the Turks and Caicos Islands. An overwhelming demand for ZNS led to the partnership, with both sides pleased to make it a reality.
To have the signing of this MOU that allows us to forge even better alliances and relationships allows for the Broadcasting Corporation to have an extension of its wings into this very familiar turf, and also allows for some level of diversity and also cultural diversity in our programming and formatting at the corporation.
This has been a long process for us. We've tried this before and was unsuccessful, so it is a huge step for Flow TV in Turks and Caicos. As you know, Bahamas and TCI, we're brother and sister.
This is John Pinder, MP for Central and South Abaco. I want to reach out to all Abaconians and make sure that we are mindful of being prepared for this upcoming hurricane season, whether in terms of food resources, water resources, flashlights and batteries, and know where your safe spot is to go to in case of a major storm.
For hurricane coverage, there's only one network, the ZNS network. Only one network.
This used to be the waiting terminal for the airport. It's now gone.
We have the most experienced team covering hurricane.
But when Hurricane Irma makes landfall here in New Providence in a few hours,
we cover the entire Bahamas before, during, and after the storm. One network covers every island rocking. We are the best because we have the best. For hurricane coverage, there is only one network. The Saturdays Network.
It's time to get a bit spiritual in here. We are joined by CEO and executive producer of the Bahamas Gospel Music Awards, Travis Edgecombe. Good morning and welcome to the morning edition.
Morning, thank you for having me.
I know you're not singing for us this morning. I told everybody to do that. We're going to talk about this Gospel Music Awards that you have coming up. Tell us about it, the dates, where is it going to be held?
Well, actually, we recently held the Bahamas Gospel Music Awards Sunday, June 12th. And it was an amazing experience where we were able to honor the top gospel artists in the country. So we were able to rename 7 categories after a few people, one being the Honorable Lon Miller for Radio Personality of the Year, and then also Shaniqua Hannah Thurston, Pastor Mark Bethel, Lavard Manifest Sparks, J. Feth, Lyrically Blessed Ferguson, and Mother Rachel Mackey, and the late Kevin McKinsey. And we were able to honor all of them and give them, you know, their flowers. So we decided to rename some of the categories after them as well. And then we have a few winners, Aliyah Cooley, E-Man, Karate Newton out of Grand Bahama, Kamal Roberts out of Grand Bahama, Vanessa Clark out of Grand Bahama, Kelda Sweden out of Grand Bahama. Grand Bahama really came to take it home this year at this year's award show.
How was the turnout?
The turnout was really good. We had over 340 people attending the award show, and we were excited to see all of them in one room and in unity.
Okay, and how were the nominees selected? How were they selected to be in these different categories?
Well, at the beginning of the year, we asked all of the artists throughout the country to submit their music, and we had over 400 submissions based on the material that was submitted between January of 2021 and December of 2021, because we try to do it every year. And once that was done, we had a group of judges, international judges actually, that was able to narrow down each category to 6 nominees each.
Do you think gospel music is catching on? Because right now we're trying to get our regular music, Bahamian music together. Do you feel like the gospel is catching on here in the Bahamas?
I definitely believe that the standard is raising and is becoming more consistent. So the music is coming out consistently. This year is going to be extremely tough because we've had, so far for the first quarter of the year, about 120 songs being released, including albums, 4 albums so far for the year. So I'm excited to see who else is releasing music for the rest of the year and into the submission period in next year, January 2023.
What's going to be interesting, a lot of younger person. I remember we had 2 young brothers in here in the studio earlier this year. I can't remember the name. They sing like a rap gospel.
Chosen Soldiers.
Chosen Soldiers, Chosen Soldiers. They were on our show a few months ago. And it seems like more young people are getting into this new style.
They are jumping into the ministry of music, whether it's rap, whether it's traditional, whether it's contemporary, or anything, any genre of music. They are into this. So I'm excited to see the next generation of gospel artists rise up.
And some people may say, why do you want to mix that kind of music with gospel? You know, some of the old folks like my Grammy, they would say gospel is supposed to be the same, oh, hallelujah.
Well, you know, music is universal. And I don't feel as if that gospel artists should be placed in a box. If this is the gift that the Lord gave them, this is something that they use, and that's their talent, that's their gift, they should utilize it. Whether it's traditional, whether it's contemporary, whether it's urban, whatever it is, allow them to do their gifts in their way.
So when do nominations start now for next year?
Okay, so the nomination process will start at the end of January 2023, and then we'll probably announce the nominees for 2023 in April of 2023.
So the songs between now and then, those will be the ones that will be nominated?
Yes, between January 2022 and December 2022, all of them are eligible for nomination.
So you heard it here from Travis. If you want to be a part of the Gospel Music Awards next year, you go out, make your song, make it a good song, and then you go out. Who performed it?
We had Aliyah Cooley perform. We have Shanette Hepburn. We had Najee Dunn. We had Karate Newton out of Grand Bahama. We had a special tribute to the late Shanique Thurston. We had a special tribute to Mother Rachel Mackey, who was also our Lifetime Achievement Award recipient. We also had Davian Chase and Bahamas Harvest. Their Harvest Generation, they also performed as well. So I'm really excited, since next year is going to be the 50th Independence, what we were able to put together for next year's award show.
Anything else for you guys for the year?
We have a big announcement coming in January of 2023. concerning the month of June for the Bahamas Gospel Music Awards. So we want everyone to stay tuned for that.
Why do we have to wait so long?
You gotta wait. You gotta wait. You gotta hang tight. I'm letting you know now, first on here, exclusively. We want you guys to wait, and you're gonna stay tuned for the announcement in January.
Oh, we can't wait for that announcement in January. Thank you so much, and congratulations on the Bahamas Gospel Music Award.
Thank you. Thank you.
I wasn't there, but I saw whilst they were going through, the folks saw it on the screen. I know they had a pretty good time. Everybody was dressed right up.
I mean, we told everybody to wear formal, and they went over formal.
Right, thanks a lot, Travis and Jerry Money. Thanks for coming on the show with us this morning. We're looking forward. Now, when the event is coming up next year, make sure that you let us know.
Yes, sir. We sure will.
Okay, thanks a lot. Well, graduation fever is in the air, and hundreds of students across the country are preparing for that big moment. This morning, we share an emerging trend in education that's helping students fulfill their dreams. Lloyd Allen has more.
Celeste always struggled with math from primary school.
For most parents, upon the arrival of a child into the world, hopes are high when it comes to possibilities of their future. The same stands true for mother Melissa Darville. Darville says although a single mother, her daughter performed well during her formative years, but once she began junior high, a shift happened.
Her entire primary school life, I was always pushing her. So she was always maintaining her grades, but it was always a struggle. What we found when she went to grade 7 and grade 8, she was still struggling with the math. And it was because she didn't have the strong base skills in mathematics. And that caused a behavior problem because she didn't want to look like a failure in school, so she started acting out and just falling with the crowd that was just, all into games.
17-year-old Celeste agrees, saying she suffered from the teenage stigma of trying to fit in.
When I first went to high school, like a big high school, there was like a lot of kids, and everybody already seemed to know each other, and everybody had like these cliques. And so I was always like shifting around, trying to fit in with everybody. I was like a quiet person, and everybody liked me, but I wasn't really I was friends, more like acquaintances, I guess. And I would talk to people, but I still felt kind of like an outcast.
It was at this point her mother made a shift, transferring her to a new school and praying for a turnaround. Darville says that's the best decision she ever made, aligning her daughter with educator Dr. Deborah Campbell at Alternative Learning Institute, who saw Celeste as more than a problem child, but one in need of intervention and motivation.
Preteens can go and act as if they're in a college situation where they're on top of everything and you don't reprimand them and you're expecting them to be mature when actually the brain isn't really developed for that yet. And so what I liked about her moving was that Dr. Campbell she focuses on the psychology of a teenager.
Over the course of 4 years, Darville says the new approach proved key in transforming her daughter.
She had little sessions, I don't know if she called them therapy, but in the afternoon she would pull the groups and then she would talk about these life things that they need to worry about.
Celeste says as the journey through high school is nearly complete, her next chapter now appears brighter.
Well, I'm hoping to attend Barry University, and I wanted to take up English, writing, creative writing, literature. My English teacher always told me that I could be a writer if I want to be. And so I want to try to pursue that.
In part 2, a conversation with Dr. Deborah Campbell, sharing from an educator's perspective of the homeschool environment.
Teams for Bahamas Power and Light are on the ground here in the capital carrying out work to safeguard equipment and reduce power cuts should a storm make landfall, which I hope not. Carla Palmer reports.
Hurricane preparations by Bahamas Power and Light have begun in earnest.
Preparations for hurricanes commence not during the summer periods. It starts 6 to 7 months, or it started 6 to 7 months ago.
Sterling Moss is Director of Field Operations and BPL's National Emergency Management Agency representative in charge of the Electricity Corporation's Hurricane Preparedness Program. Servicing thousands of customers throughout the country, Moss notes how essential preparation is to not only maintaining power supply, but protecting the service and limiting the amount of interruptions in power cuts to consumers as much as humanly possible.
And during that time, the philosophy is, if a storm hits, what would we need to recover? So that means surplus stock of items like poles, overhead conductor, pole-mounted transformers. And so those have been shipped and are sitting in stock.
Already, tree trimming is underway. It's a primary factor in BPL's hurricane preparations, as many of the trees are extremely mature and require specific equipment that in many instances only BPL provides.
BPL will come into an area and trim trees. We need the customers, once we've cleared the trees, to keep those trees trimmed. Our cycle of trimming we would want to maintain is about at least 2 to 3 years before we go back into an area.
Customers are also being forewarned to stop overloading your electrical systems. And for those of you with high fencing or walls, to consider that BPL workmen may have to access your property to rectify problems. They need access. These are some of the issues they say that hamper them in their restoration efforts.
Well, as we enter the break, we take a look back at today in Bahamian history. On June 24th, 1931, the last Pan-American Airways seaplane arrived in Nassau from Miami, signaling the end of that service, which started in 1929. Also on this day in 1973, the Botanical Gardens was officially opened.
While it's encouraging that the national COVID-19 vaccine rollout is going successfully, it's not the only precaution to reduce the spread of the virus in our communities. It's important to continue practicing safety protocols because it is our social responsibility to protect ourselves and to protect others.
Wash your hands for a friend with a weaker immune system.
Only read and share information from trusted sources to avoid unnecessary panic.
I'm gonna need y'all to avoid these large crowds. We could have loved ones at home who have underlying health conditions. Do it.
Practicing safety protocols is an act of brotherly and sisterly love.
The life you save may just be yours as well as your neighbor.
Together we will win.
We will win.
Hi, I'm Dr. Bonami.
Hi, I'm Dr. Rajesh Pahawa.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jazreel Thompson.
Infectious diseases physician.
I'm radiologist at Doctors Hospital.
An anesthesiologist here at Doctors Hospital.
And I'm fully vaccinated against COVID-19.
I'm fully vaccinated against COVID.
I'm fully vaccinated against COVID-19.
Are you?
Are you?
Are you?
There's a spark of greatness in each of us. That spark is called personality. Individual gifts and talents provide the fuel to set that spark ablaze. Each child has the right to an education which values their personality and nurtures their talents, while teaching them to be respectful to their parents and their cultures.
A service of Thanksgiving held Thursday evening at Christ Church Cathedral, honoring the life of Dame Marguerite Pindling, a woman who over the past 90 years rose from humble beginnings to a figure representing grace, poise, and distinction. Among those speaking to positive impact made by Dame Marguerite, former Prime Minister, the Honorable Perry Christie, and Deputy to the Governor General, the Honorable Cynthia Pratt.
A woman who was born in humble circumstances, who could not have dreamt that one day she would be the highest office in the land. And she went on to become the wife of a prime minister, distinguished herself in service to Sir Lyndon Pindling as his wife, danced across the stages of the world as an elegant wife of a prime minister, and then in her own right, she was honored by the Queen, Her Majesty the Queen, made a dame and became Governor General of our country.
Marguerite Pindling is a legend in this country. She has always been at the forefront for women. She is led by example. She has also demonstrated to us what it is to be a woman and to excel in public life.
Fitting honor, we're now joined by Dr. Cleveland Innes III, and he's going to talk about International Culture Day. But boy, that name is a very powerful name. Tell us who you are.
Well, I am the head pastor of the Holy Coptic Church of the Black Messiah, and I'm the son of Cleveland Innes Jr. and the grandson of Cleveland Innes Sr. and I'm happy to be here today.
Tell us about International Culture Day. What's this all about?
International Culture Day is an event that the Holy Coptic Church of the Black Messiah has been producing for, I'd say, the past 6-7 years. This year is going to be brought to us by our church as well as our store, Tree of Eternal Life, and many of our sponsors that people can check out on our website, journeyhomegroup.com. But the event is an event taking place not only in the Bahamas, but also in London, also in Trinidad, and also in Greenville, South Carolina. So it's an international event as well. And because of the technology now, we're going to simulcast the event. And basically what the event is an opportunity for culture in each of these regions within the African diaspora to share what it is that makes us who we are. So in the Bahamas, we're going to be doing everything from spinning top to playing marbles to having food. We're going to have great performers. Bodine is going to be performing, Landlord, Novi, Paul and Tanya Hanna. We're going to have bouncy castles. We're going to have fashion shows. We're going to have even a hair fashion show. All of the things, and so much more, right? All of the things that make us who we are while connecting us back to our African heritage.
And all this is going to happen right at the...
Right at Arawaki Fish Fry, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. this Saturday. So you want to get there and really just enjoy the day with us. We're going to start the day with some potato sack race, egg and spoon race, three-legged race, wheelbarrow race, things like that. And then it will progress into an opening. We'll be giving awards to some local icons, C.B. Moss, Angelique McKay, Keyshawn Strawn, the young javelin thrower, you know. And then it'll move into the music is going to end with some Junkanoo, of course. You know, Colors is going to be there, so we want to thank Chris Justillion. He's going to be there with Colors. And but basically, we want people to always be reminded of who we are. So we're asking people to come out. We're asking the elders even to come out and share some of those things that we have not been seeing in our everyday things that we would have missed because of technology, et cetera, et cetera. We want to get back to who we are.
A lot of folks may be wondering, where is this church? What is the denomination? What is the background of it?
Yeah, so the Holy Coptic Church is the ancient African church. We got started here in the Bahamas about 12 years ago in Bain Town. We suffered a fire last year, so some of the proceeds from this event will go to assisting us in rebuilding our church. We're now off of Wolf Road and Woods Alley. But the denomination is Coptic. When we say the word Coptic, we're saying the word central or access point. And this ancient African church is the church that all monotheistic religions have come out of. So we meet every Sunday at 9 a.m. and we're on Zoom, we're on Facebook, QUBTIC, Coptic Church. We're international, so for those people who want to know more about the church, they can always reach out online or go to our website, which is journeyhomegroup.com. There's a lot that we have to share. On this Saturday, we're going to be having some fun down in Arawaki.
So I want to encourage folks to go down to Arawaki, could learn more about the church, learn more about the denomination. Also have a great old-time fun, but lots of activities are happening this weekend. Swimming, karate, track and field. That's all I can remember right now. So so you have a choice of what you want to do this weekend. But be sure to stay tuned into the ZNS Network for news as it happens, TV and radio updates throughout the day. Then you can tune into the Northern Edition and the Bahamas tonight at 7 o'clock. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Morning Edition. Hope your information got out and you have a great grand time tomorrow. Thanks for watching, everybody. Today is Friday. Have a safe weekend.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
I know for certain, however, that once they do, the dollar amount will be significant, as hundreds of persons